Okay, so we're on a safari to Swaziland, an adventure, off-road adventure, 4 days. We are traveling to Swaziland via Bolembu and via the Saddleback Pass, and just had a stop here at the one of the geotrail lookouts. 4 vehicles in the convoy. So have a look around, and I'll introduce you to everybody in a while. Here's one of the information pieces on the geotrail. Unfortunately, the weather is a bit bad, so the scenery is not that good. Our plan is to go from here through Swaziland and off to Devil's Bridge. Okay, so we have arrived at the Bolembu border post. We'll be clearing customs and stamping our passports, and then it's off on the Swaziland adventure. Okay, so we're here in the town of Bolembu, just entered through the Bolembu border post into Eswatini. And this town has got a little bit of history. If you look behind me here, you will see the old cableway. It used to run from Barberton to Bolembu in Swaziland. It would take coal from Barberton up to the station here behind me, and then from here it would transport asbestos back to Barberton, where it would get onto trucks and be transported off to the factories when asbestos was still a thing. We're going to have a look at the museum here. There's still an old museum here, and we'll get back to you ASAP. So here we are inside the cable station, and you'll see the old motors are still all here, and as well as all the cable cars are still here. These cars used to transport the asbestos and the coal up and down, and illegal immigrants would used to climb into these cars and hide under these covers to get access into South Africa. And Bolembu Museum. It dates back to the 1950s, and the mining operations that went on here. Behind me you can see some old wheels and gear from the old mining era, and we're just going to walk through here and you can have a look around and see what you can find in here. Here we have a model of the asbestos deposits. In the olden days it was drawn with Koki pens on different layers of glass. I'll show you on the side here. There's all the different layers of glass. Come back to the front. Shows the asbestos deposits. Some interesting history. What we have here, this pipe, this metal board, they used to repatriate bodies from the mine back to Barberton. They would lie the body on this steel plate, then place it into the black tube, lock it up, boil it closed, and then this was shipped on the cableway back to Barberton on a 6-hour ride to get to Barberton. The colors, the black and the red, represents death and blood. Okay, so it's time to let down some tires. Let me use this opportunity to introduce you to the rest of our group. First here with the Ford Ranger 2.2. It's Derek.
Yeah.
Hello Derek.
Hello, you guys.
Down there, another Ford. That is Steven. How's it, Steven?
Good. Yeah.
Here in the car is Ronel. He's scared of the rain.
Sit fast.
And here's Javier. Hello Javier. JW. And Vian. And the other Triton in the group is Frida and Johan. Say hello.
Hallo?
That's
In de
it.
lijn.
Kan je ons nog gat weer toch?
Yeah. And here in the front is Willy. How's it, Willy?
Hallo Anton.
And that is the whole group that's joining us for the 4 days on this long weekend trip and adventure into Swaziland. Okay, so after quite a hike, about a kilometer up from the old army base camp, we've arrived at Devil's Bridge. Devil's Bridge is the only span between that mountain and the mountain behind me in this area. And in the 1800s, this was used and was the only passageway from South Africa towards Swaziland. South Africa being on that side, Swaziland being behind me. Both sides of this Devil's Bridge, of this little pathway, it's about 2,000 meters down. And this used to be a place of many a suicide in the early days, and also many of a feud was settled on this bridge in the early days. So let's head back. So we've just driven into this plantation. Just look at the chaos in here. Look at the trees broken by wind. Huge damage in this plantation. Okay, so we've run into a bit of a problem here. Got a huge tree blocking our road. And we go.
Hier met een beetje aflos. Perfect.
That's where it's going, all the way to the top. A huge tree blocking the road. Okay, so we got part of it out of the way. First vehicle is through, second vehicle coming through. It's very, very dangerous at this stage. If you touch that big tree, it will come hurling down that embankment and take the vehicle with it. Slowly does it. Slowly does it. Sweet. Alright, second vehicle through. Let me show you the stump. It's just holding onto the ground like that. All the way up, all the way to the top. So just touching it and it comes out of that wedge there. It will take the vehicle with it. Tik hier achter die hoor. Oh, wow.
Goed zo.
That's the concentration.
Vicky.
Only millimeters passing there. Alright. In the inches away. Okay, so all the obstacles are out of the way. All the vehicles are through. So let's hit the road again. Okay, so we're coming down a steep hill at the back there. Steep, muddy, red clay hill. Very, very slippery, absolutely no traction. So Johan, what do you think of the route so far?
Look, the last part was tough. Difficult, all the branches and trees that fell over. Heavy mud. You can see I've got no traction, so I'm actually sliding all the way.
Look at those tires. And there's the last vehicle coming down. Very slowly, safely. we're on day 2 of our Swazi adventure. The weather is looking a bit better. Rain has let up, and we're on our way to Awani Resort. We will meet up with Andy, and we'll chat to you once we're there. Okay, so we're at Awani Resort and we've met up with Andy. So we're going to ask Andy to tell us what the day's got in store for us.
Well, having looked at the vehicles and met you guys for the first time, I think it'll just be tar road all day.
Oh, Dad. Well done.
No, we're going to head out into this northern part here, northern Ho-Ho. And depending on time, we'll either come back on the Pix Peak Road or we'll come back via Mbawan. And then we just see how it goes.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Andy. Alright, we've traveled through the mountains. Now we've come to our lunch spot, and what an awesome place to have lunch. Just look at this. across the river and we came around and it revealed this awesome waterfall. Just look at it. Just an awesome sight. One going down there and another going down there and another in between the plants there. It's just an incredible sight to see. We are so blessed to be here and experience this nature. Okay, so we'll be spending the night at the Wani Resort. Beautiful place. And it's dry time. Meat is on the fire. Some braaibroodjies. And we'll be sleeping in converted stables. Quite a big kitchen. And going into the sleeping area. See, converted stables. 3 of our Swaziland adventure, and we've just been up to those boulders there. There's some huge boulders. One doesn't realize it until you're close to them. And as you can see behind there, we're now descending the mountain, going down there through some erosion ditches. So we'll see you down there again. Here's a suspended bridge that we came across on our route that the locals used to cross the river. Here's Derek.
Hello, hello.
Nice doing. Good. In Libya. And there we will be crossing the river soon.
eintlik al sad om te sien hoe hierdie plek agteruit gaan. Laaste ek was al die dakke nog in plek, vensters was in plek en alles. Nou is die helfte plek goed gesteel.
So this used to be the old recreational club for this town. As you can see, there's not much left. Go inside, find this sleeper wood bar counter. This used to be the old church, old beautiful building, thatched roof. Let's see if we can get inside. It's open somewhere. Ah, the door is open. Okay, so we're nearly on the end of our 4-day Swaziland adventure. Let's talk to some of the guys to see what they thought of it. So Willie, what did you think of this trip?
Quite interesting. I think the planning was supposed to be for day 1, 2 parts, which we only managed to do 1 part, but it was great fun. And then 2 days of quite scenic routes and seeing waterfalls and that. And yeah, lots of rain, lots of fun.
Good. So Johan, what did you think of this route? Of this 4-day adventure?
Well, it was a lot of fun. I think the rain made it more fun, and you could play nicely in the mud and in the water. Technical at some stages, have to focus and concentrate, otherwise damage your vehicles. But all in all, tough but nice.
Okay, so let's get some comments from the ladies. See what they thought of it. Frida.
I realized Swaziland is one of the most beautiful countries with lots of beautiful waterfalls, nice scenery. Definitely a place to come back to again.
Thank you. Stephen.
Yeah.
What did you think of this 4-day adventure?
Yeah, that was great. Just look at my vehicle. What else can I say?
Okay, so we are heading out of Soli, the old ghost and mining town. Heading up towards Bulembu border post again and Saddleback Pass on a dirt road. As you go up here, probably maybe notice the old golf course on your left hand side. But I suppose it's so overgrown we won't even be able to see it. Back Pass, which is one of the most scenic passes in South Africa. Unfortunately, the weather is not on our side and we won't be seeing much due to the mist in the area and the bad weather we've had for the past